Good greetings, everyone. Oh, angry. I know who you've been watching. You have to say fellow humans or something like that, I think. Yes, welcome, guys. Oh, geez. Sorry for the short notice. I wanted to try and get everything ready along a bit more closer to, a bit further away from 7 p.m. I wanted to start at 7. And things took a bit longer than I expected. Having trouble with the firewall at the moment. I've had a bit of a issue with the computer and get the firewall started, so wasn't even able to do a proper thumbnail. But anyway, we're here now. Welcome to the Fenix A320 version 2 block 1. I don't know what block 1 means. I guess there's more blocks coming. There are more bits coming to this, but it is in fact version 1.5 point something. So I'll tell you what it is. It's 1.5.1.198, but it is being referred to as version 2 block 1. So what's changed? We ain't got time. We don't have time to go through it. It's big. I'll show you what's changed though, and then you can check it out. There's a lot of changes. There's changes in sound, mainly changes in aircraft behavior. People are since reporting a little bit of a floaty feeling coming into land, trying to get the thing down on the runway. That's going to be fun. However, we're going to make an adjustment and hope that it helps, and I'm going to show you the exact adjustments that need to be made to fly this plane properly in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, because of my distraction, I had a small distraction called a Fanatec DD Wheel. That distracted me for a few days, and then Elite Dangerous AX missions distracted me for another couple of days. Now I finally, what's the date today anyway? Because it's the 15th. This thing came out 5 days ago, and I've not had a chance to even try it out. So, we're here. Why is it on this channel and not the unplugged one? Because it's a live stream, it's a new plane, I wanted to put it on here first. Any subsequent flights will probably be on my unplugged channel. Andy K, Angry Citizen, Gumbopot 72, welcome. Right, so this was a free upgrade, of course. It's just, you don't have to pay for it. So I'm going to show you first a quick snippet of the changelog. If you want to review this stream back and have a look at the changelog, it's big, I think, anyway. So here we go. So I mean, the plane was already the most accurate one ever, but now they've just done a bit more. So future plans, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. So let me just enlarge this for you so you make life easier. So V2 block 1 came out on the 10th. It's now the 15th, and I've not even sat in it yet. So let's have a look. There's the app. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to go through all of these, but anyway. So the iPad, or the electronic flight pad here. The fixed weight and balance discrepancies. Now this one, the airframe of the plane has been updated to support 180 passengers. Okay, so I can't remember what it was before. I have already got the SimBrief has already updated their airframes to show this. I'll show you how that's done as well if I can. But yeah, because you don't need the, if you've got any custom made airframes for SimBrief, I don't think you need it anymore. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not gonna go through any of these because there's just too many. But you can also pause at any point. So Rudder authority returns side stick to... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Rewritten control surface parameters, adjusted gyro and other stability factors in the flight model. Externalized developer dynamics into... There's things, it's like... They're English words, but... I don't know. There's a lot of changes been made here. Returned flare mode properties for new flight dynamics. Avionics systems. There's a lot changed. I haven't looked at every single line. I don't even want to know. I don't even want... Oh, what's the... lavatory smoke? Failure? Guys, what the hell is this? I don't know what the hell this is. Don't want to know. They've even fixed things with the toilet. So, yeah, I don't even want to go on that one. What? Yeah, as you can see, lots of stuff, right? And some of the engine sounds as well has changed as well, so I'll be interested to listen to those. And I'm waiting to hear the buzzsaw. Apparently when you're climbing there's a buzzsaw sound, which I think I've heard before. I've heard that sound before, and maybe we didn't have it in on the previous one. I'm also having trouble having it start with cold and dark. I've had to set that twice. There you go. Oh, it's not buzzing on cruise, surely. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Yeah, when we climb, you'll hear it and you'll see. No more start noises when windmilling with the master switch on. Yeah, so these are the sound changes. Gear wind, gear retraction. Rear cabin sound. Exterior Doppler effect added. Cool. Known issues. Autopilot roll is a little too snappy on certain occasions. Pitch flight director bar coupling could be better. Expedite is a magic space button, not behaving correctly at the moment. Thankfully I don't use the expedite button, so not had a reason to. Now then, there are things that need to change before you fly this plane. Two things you need to change. One is the turbulence level within the sim, and two is your flight stick settings. So let's do one at a time. I've already changed one of them, so let's just jump back here for a second. So we've got the plane here, cold and dark. So before you fly, you want to go into general, and I'm pretending I know where it is. Accessibility. Oh no, I'm in the wrong. I'm in completely the wrong place. Assistance options. Sorry. There is an option called turbulence. There it is, and you want to set that. I had mine set to realistic. Apparently, Microsoft Flight Sim's realism of turbulence is not quite as real as we thought, and Fenix are recommending setting it to... Make sure you set turbulence to low before you fly, just to give you the most realistic... Apparently real world pilots have said this is the most realistic setting. Okay, fine. So next thing is the recommended stick sensitivities to cope with the flaring of the plane on landing. Now, I went to their website, and in the knowledge base, sure enough, right here. So, if you have a light stick, you know, such as the TCA, whatever that is, thrust, I don't know. Yeah, the Thrustmaster T16000, you know, those cheaper joysticks, let's say, the Logitech 3D Pro. These are going to be your settings for the Axis X and Axis Y. This does not apply to me because I don't have a light joystick. I have a heavier one, which is the Virpil. Okay, so this will be mine. The Warthog the VKB Virpil. These are the settings we're going to need to set for the X and Y axis. And as you can see, they're quite a little bit different. You see this is more curvy, and the reactivity is 100% with a light joystick. But with the heavy ones, the reactivity is set to 30, and the sensitivities are zilched, zilched, and there's only a 3% dead zone, same as this one. But this sensitivity here of -30, because we have heavier sticks, we don't necessarily need to have, we don't necessarily need to drop the sensitivity. So, as I have the Virpil, I'm going to change mine to that. I haven't done it yet. So, and I think these settings, if I'll try it with the Boeings and that, if it still feels okay with the Boeings, I'll leave these settings for everything. So into the control settings then, and I need to go to Rusty's Virpil here. And we want to go to sensitivity. All right. So my joystick axis L, -3, -9. Where did I get those from? I don't know. So to match what Fenix recommend, we need to be looking at these two, which is our roll and pitch. This is the roll, this is the pitch. So we have 003. That just puts a, you can see how that operates, but if we just put it down to 3, oh, come on, and radioactivity down to 30. Just makes it less reactive on those axes, rather than the plane feeling a little bit, you know, snappy. So this one I'm just going to hit reset just to get everything to 0, and then we're just going to center, and we're going to bring this one down to the same. Cool. Hit done, and you're done. Apply and save, obviously. Go back and resume. Yay. All right, today we're flying out with the Fenix livery on because it looks wicked, and I haven't flown with the actual livery. So this is going to be a flight where we're taking 125 Fenix staff on their annual trip, outing, whatever, from Pensacola down to Orlando. So it's clearly a Disney World thing going on there. Yeah, let's get inside and check it out. Oh, can't do that from there. Got to do this. Right, who's here? Gumbo. They went deep into detail. Indeed they did, yeah. Better hope they didn't add the highly annoying passengers that you get. Well, oh, you just reminded me. Yes, I have a program which I bought a long time ago, but it's been updated, so I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Let's inject the traffic. Oh, it should also be noted that before I started OBS here in the Fenix, don't forget this is one of the most resource-hungry planes there is. I was getting 50 frames per second. I'm getting 42 right now, but we're just about to inject some traffic. Don't forget, I'm running a little 2080 Super, and I was getting 50 FPS in the Fenix. That's impressive. That the FPS has increased a little bit. Yeah, you get better FPS in this. But now that we've injected the traffic, well, I'm looking at 34 frames per second. Have I really just lost like 8 to 10 frames? How busy is Pensacola? There's a Delta Airlines there. A couple of Southwest Airlines. Okay, well, fine. Yeah, we're down to 32 now. So obviously OBS takes a little bit, and traffic injector. So I'm going to run this self-loading cargo app and see if we can make it work. It does import simply. There's a new version, self-loading cargo 1.6. I got this a while back. Oh, I need to run FSUS PSI PC7, whatever. There we go. Gonna run that. FSU IPC7. Time acceleration is not supported. SLC will continue as soon as you set the simulator. Okay, there we go. Right. So I don't think you can see what I'm looking at. Would you like to restore my previous flight? No. Wait for me to show you. Yes, maybe. Let's see if I can put this on screen, guys. I'm gonna try. Guarantee nothing. So let's see. That? Oh, geez, that's a little bit large. I don't know if it, because the moment this screen changes. So if I click airliner flight. Now you can talk to this. You can actually, I can use my voice and talk to it. I think maybe. So we definitely want the A320 Neo. I don't know if there's a specific one for Phoenix. I don't think so. Is it a Neo one? Add more aircraft layouts. Now this has got 50 plus 12. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll just set it to whatever. Captain's voice. Set up the flight plan. What's in brief? Boarding expected in. Oh, boarding should be on time. Boarding expected in 23 hours. Our flight leaves tomorrow. Yeah. Well, we'll skip boarding and loading as soon as I'm ready to do that. So in the meanwhile, get this off. I don't know how it's gonna function on the stream, but we'll try it. Right. I guess we better get some power to the plane, right? Because otherwise we ain't going nowhere. Okay. What number is it now? 5. Right, so battery's on. I haven't flown this for a while, so I've got to try and. Battery power is on. Internal power on. Navs on. Anything else up there? I don't think so. Oxygen supply for the crew. Control. Okay. Now, the can't remember the name of it now. Self-loading cargo app is working along with like whatever switches I'm pressing. Decide when to do announcements and serve tea and drinks and tell me how frightened the passengers are, basically. Alright, so we have power and we're just waiting for alignment, which is smoke detector fault. If no livestock, no, there's no livestock on board. Aft isolation. Okay, that's thankfully gone away. Got me a bit worried there. Alignment in 7 minutes. Okay. Right, we'll just have to leave it like that. Now apparently some of these fonts have been changed as well to be more accurate. So while we're waiting, I'm just to... I think we've got everything brightened up by the looks of it. So let's import from Simbrief. Get the flight plan on board the tablet at least. I think it's around an hour and a half. It says here 1 hour 2 minutes flight time, so that's okay. It's not a long flight. Oh, should we have left 11 minutes ago? Okay. Sorry, we're a bit late. Ha. Okay, so the GPU's on, chocks and cones are on. Fine. I'm not going to bother using GSX today to get, you know, animated passengers on board, stuff like that. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to pretend that everybody just automatically gets on board. Now, I have my Simbrief plan, so I think I should show you that too. So I can show you how to do the flight planning. So I go to my Firefox. Simbrief. I have to mess around with so many windows here. So this is our flight plan for today. Been generated. Now in order to, let me go to edit plan. Hopefully nothing's changed here, but it's good. I'm going to edit it anytime. It's a good time to do it now. So what you do is you go here and you just pick A320, A320-200. Once you do that, you'll have two options here, default and Fenix simulations. This has been put in by Simbrief themselves, and this is updated to match the new Fenix V2. So you don't need any of the custom airframes at all. Alright, so this works with our plane. Cool. So let's go back to view flight plan, which I work. And there is Pensacola flying over this way, past Tallahassee, past Jacksonville, Florida, and go down into Orlando. Yeah, destination. Can't make it, we have to abort. This is our alternate airport. Okay, so there's our route, leaving direct to Q and then direct to Defun and then to Grunch 4. I need more details though. So, I also need to note down, sorry guys, I should have done this before, need to note down all the details that we're going to need, such as fuel, transition altitudes. So the stuff I write down is basically the two airports, obviously, that would be logical. So get it from here. So KPNS is where we're taking off from, and we're taking off, it says there, runway 35, and we're landing at KMCO on runway 17 left, which I hope is an ILS. What else do I need? Flight altitude. So the cruising altitude is 35,000 feet. Cruise profile is 27. Fuel, please. Fuel is, so passengers. So PAX PAX 125. Cargo is 1,875 kilograms. Block fuel is, let's write that down in a completely separate place so I don't mess it. 5785. I'll probably round that up to 58, maybe. Yeah, just put 58 on board. Too much of a difference. Air rack cycle should be 2308. I have updated that. Our average, okay, so average wind, ABG. I can never remember if it's the Boeing that asks for these or the Airbus or both. So I'm just writing it down anyway. So a 243.13. So obviously first one is the heading and this strength in knots. That's all I need from here. Yep. But then I need more information about the winds. I come down to knowing we're going to be flying at 35,000, this is our top of climb. So this is the wind that will be occurring at our top of climb. So I have to write down TOC, and it's 35,000 feet. It's going to be from a 229 degree heading at 22 knots. The temperature up there is going to be minus 43. Better put your big coat on, guys. Right, descent. So I'm going to choose, I'm going to save the weather out. See if I can load it in, but I think you only load, I only load that in with the Boeings. I may have to put these in manually. So I want this block of 3 here. So for descent, I want 200, 150, and 100. Okay, so at 200 it's 241 for 16. I write all this down on paper because it's handy. 150 it's 235 at 14, and at 10,000 feet it's 254 for 6 knots. Okay, that's the wind speeds. I think we're done here. I think I'm done with sim brief. I think so. So next things I need to write down. I figure I would just show you guys the whole. Why not? Now I need to find OBS. I'll quickly transition back over so I can create oh, there we go. Let's transition that over. Yeah, delay due to pilot reading the manual. That's probably happened before. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe delayed because the pilot hasn't got his hot coffee yet. Okay, so we're into Navigraph. There's information we need to know from Navigraph. So if we go to search and we go to our departure airport, which is KPNS, Pensacola, and we click on the little heart icon, and I want to go to taxi and airport information. Okay, now what we do know is we're departing from runway 35, and I need that course heading 349. As you can see, it's not 350 degrees exactly. It's going to be a degree or so out, but for the plane's purposes I want 349. That's going to be our outbound heading. That's all I need from here. The runway length is plenty. These are the taxiways down here, and also here, of course. So we are here. We've got no choice but to back out and turn the nose to the right, because if we don't, we're going to hit a wall, and then we're going to have to choose taxiway Alpha. Wait a minute, taxiway Alpha all the way down, Alpha 6, and then we'll join the runway and take off. There. This is all I need from here, except perhaps for the transition altitude out, which I can get from the SIDS, but there are no SIDS, because we had a direct thing. So, where can I find the transition altitude? I don't need to. I know what it is. It's America. So, good thing with the United States is that the transition altitude is 18,000 feet, no matter where you are, no exceptions. In Europe it changes 6,000, 5,000, 8,000, it changes. In the USA it's 18,000, and that's it, done. So now we need to go over to Orlando, AMCO, Orlando International, and we want to do the same here. Approved taxi routes, and this one. I was wondering, I thought, where's the airport info chart? There we go, it's there. So this is the first thing I look at. We're coming in on 17 left, which is here, and again we want this isn't going to be the heading now, this is going to be the course, the inbound course, so I have to note that down. You can see it's 17, so you'd think it would be 170, but it's 15 degrees difference there, so 185. So how come that's not runway 18? left. Why isn't that 18? If the inbound course is 185, wouldn't it make more sense to call the runway once 18? So they have you can't. They've already got one. Yeah, they're all the 4 runways are at 185. So this one gets to be called 17. Okay, I see. I understand. I'm learning. Right, and this runway is 2,744 meters long. Plenty to land this thing, as long as I'm not flaring for too long. Once we do land, if I can get it slowed down and ready for here, so we can taxi off on taxiway F, we can go across the bridge, I presume over the runway, as opposed to, there are ones, I think I did one once where I went underneath a runway, under a tunnel. I'm sure I did, unless that was for a car. It must have been for a car. I'm dreaming. Yeah, so we'll take the Foxtrot, as they would call it, the Foxtrot taxiway if we can. Otherwise we'll have to come off here, but we should be landed by here. And then we'll come off, and then we'll probably get directed somewhere, maybe here or to one of these terminal areas. So cool. All right. Final approach information. We do have ILS runway 17 left, and there's 2 of them here. We are Cat 1, but what I don't know is the difference here between ILS or localizer runway, ILS runway 17. What's SA? I don't know what SA is. Let's take a look at this one. This is Cat 1. Cat 1 is the kind of landing we'll be doing. So let's choose this one. All right. So, information I need from this is runway altitude, runway altitude and decision altitude. Runway elevation is the correct way. So the elevation of the runway is, well, hang on, decision altitude. There's Cat 1. As you can see, it's 240, which is 150 more than the runway elevation. So take 150 off 240, you've got 90. And here, 90. I don't know what the 55 is, but anyway. Yeah, so the runway is 90 feet above sea level, and the decision altitude is 200. So once you fly below 240, you have to land. You cannot abort. You're committed. Now, these are all our waypoints coming in: Bosch, Keiki, Hervey, Phoenix, Cedo, and Cargas. Where do we pick up glide slope? Ground speed. Is that glide slope or ground speed? Ground speed. I don't know. I'm only an amateur. I'm not seeing any glide slope here. Normally there's a little marker on one of the inbound. Here it is. Jesus. Right. So the glide slope will be picked up by the aircraft. Fingers crossed. So a glide slope will be picked up at 1,500 feet. At what marker? 5.9. You see this? D 5.9? So at 5.9 nautical miles from the runway, at 1,500 feet, we will pick up the glide slope. Apparently. Yeah. And finally, I want the ILS frequency, otherwise it can't lock on to the localizer. So it's 1 ILS 110.95 and 185 degrees inbound course. We've already established that. We will be making a category 1 landing, so it's category 1, just coming down with the autopilot and then flicking it off and landing on our own. Category 3 is a full automatic auto landing. I think that's it. I've got the transition altitude. Passengers, cargo. I think I've got all the information I've got scribbled down now. Cool. Okay. Now we need to put all that into the aircraft. There's the transition altitude, look, 18,000, flight level 180. And this is our Corsair. So we've got Bosch, Keiki, Hervey. So Bosch, Keiki, Hervey, Fenix, Cedo, they won't be on our Cimbri flight plan, I don't think, as this is for the final approach. But they should appear there once we put it in. And we're coming in on the, what was it? Was it Grinch 4, I believe? The Cimbri, I think it said it was Grinch 4. Just check it. But I believe it was Grinch 4. This is the star we're coming in on. Yeah, Grinch 4. So this will be our approach. Grinch 4. So this should lead us on to the final approach of, what was the first one? It wasn't Keiki. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So we'll be flying in all down through here and into the final approach area. Look, guys. Neat. That's if you're really good. Let's have a look here a sec. What was our first one? Bosch. Okay, so Bosch, we're coming in. We're not coming in from this side, so Bosch is there. So on the star, didn't this lead us into Bosch then? Bosch should be down here, I guess then. So is it going to be Bryce and then Bosch? We'll find out on the flight plan anyway. I'm still learning a lot of stuff. But these are the flight levels that we should be at as we're descending. The plane, the autopilot will match those. Okay, cool. Let's get to the plane. So this is going to be fun, isn't it? Putting all this in. I don't need to refer to these anymore now. I've got it all on the paper. So let's get the stuff loaded here first. We'll get everybody on board, I think. Or we can do the flight plan first. Yeah. Now, do I have a more sensible camera? There we go. So, config. Oh, you can do it direct from here. Well, we know we've got 125 Pensacolas, so we can put them in there. And we know the cargo. I have never done it through this config before, but I guess it would work. So the cargo weight is 1,000. What the hell have I written down here? Scrawly writing. I think it's just 1875. That gives us our gross weight and our zero fuel weight. CG297. So it's center of gravity. That's how much all the passengers weigh. Jesus. Right. Fuel. I've never done it this way before. I've always filled it up from the iPad. So fuel is 5785. I think I said I was just going to go with 800. And that changes our gross weight and center of gravity, of course. I am going to match that though in the flight pad, the EFB, the flight bag thing. Where does it mention about the air rack cycle? Okay, so if I goo the init request, it should drag it from SimBrief. Eventually. Okay, so we're literally flying official Fenix plane today. So its flight number is FEN 2627. Cost index we know to be 27. That's pretty good. And cruise and flight temp. Right, so the cruise, top of cruise speed, wind speed was 229. Knots is 22. That's not too bad. We'll survive. Yes, you can. Right. So, wind information, I don't know. I think I need to save out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have a quick look. See if I can show you guys everything. So we've got flight plan downloads. Don't need to do the actual flight plan one. But I don't think Fenix is on this list, right? No, Fenix isn't here. With the PMDG, right? When you export via PMDG, you can export the flight plan, and you've got the wind uplink, and that way you can import all the wind information from the SimBrief. But I don't think the same is available for the Fenix. It doesn't look like it is, unless it loads it from a different place. So let's see if the plane can just get the information from the SimBrief flight plan. Let's do a wind request. See what it does. I actually don't know what's going to happen here, but if it puts a list of wind in, it just did it. Right, so these are the wind information at all the different altitudes, which is freaking awesome. We will not be flying at 45,000 feet. Cool, excellent. Now the plane's got all that information. It's good for the autopilot to know how to fly. Right, into the flight plan then. You guys learning? I know you are. Is there anybody even out there? Right, so we need to put a flight plan in. These is what, right, you see Q and defun, okay? If we look at the browser, look at SimBrief here. If I go back, hang on, I've got the, okay. If you look at the flight plan here, you'll see that when we take off from the runway, but forget this, when we take off from the runway, we fly direct to Q and direct to defun. That's why that's the only two bits of information on the MCDU straight away. It hasn't put the star, and there's no SIDS going out, so we will just be flying direct to Q. Yeah, so hopefully those discontinuities will fix when we get things sorted here. So let's choose our departure here, and departing from runway 35. No SIDS available, so we're going to insert that into flight plan, and that's added 608, which and a waypoint, and there's a discontinuity. But we can always hit this button. Oh, actually, no, it's not that one. Display yeah, it is. That's the direct to page, which we can tell the autopilot to fly direct to Q. That's if this stays there. So next we want to come down to the destination. Yeah, wind data uplink. I got that. Let's get it off. Right, CMCO. And our arrival is going to be ILS 11 left. Using, we do have a star coming in. Grinch 4, not Gretchen. Yes, defun was on the list, right? So we're transitioning from defun. So let's click on that. And that should... Is this flight really that... Okay, I was going to say, is it really that small that it's just not putting... Yay, elite! Remember that was our thing? Yeah, elite. That was our one of our holding pattern waypoints. How about that? We've got elite on here. There's Grinch, Bugs. Now Bosch and all that stuff should be coming up, I would say. Or we've got to do a manual. Interesting. Manual to Cedo. Bocas. Wait a minute. No Bosch then. Must be coming in on a different path. That's fine. So we have a manual here. Well, we've got to fly manual. Heading of what, 109? Oh, we can do that. I'm sure this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. We can do that by just changing the heading to 109 and have the plane fly on that heading. The autopilot will fly on that heading. But my alternative would be to just go into the direct to and just choose it anyway. So, anyway, that's done. Oh, that one. Okay, so flight plan is in. We've got discontinuities all over the place. You can just remove this one. But I don't know if you can remove a discontinuity that's underneath a manual. I don't know. Yeah, you can't. You can remove the manual, then it'll go from Yago to Cedo. But no, we'll take it as it comes. God help me. Yeah, we'll take it as it comes. So I just want to check now flight plan on the thing. So let's switch it into plan mode, and we want to go up to 40 nautical miles. To flight plan. It gets back to the top. Got a discontinuity immediately. I can remove that one. Should be able. That will give us a plan straight out to Q. Okay. So let's step through. Q. Defun. Straight down. Elite. Mayor. Coax. Fringe. Right, so this line is not where we want to go. So as soon as we hit Yago, we want to then do a manual over to Cedo. I see no reason why I can't just connect these points up. I mean, it's right there. I could fly it manual. It's a piece of easiness to do that. As soon as we hit Yago, we just tell the plane fly direct to Cedo. We can do that in here. If I hit the let me just run through the rest of this first. Actually, the airport, the runway is right there. So if I go to here, I just have to hit Cedo on this list. Just have to touch Cedo, and then click activate, and the autopilot will then fly directly to Cedo. So it's no really a big issue to do that. But for me, I don't know. I think it's just as easy for me to join these lines up because they're right next to each other. It's not going to mess up the descent, I shouldn't have thought. So let's give this a go. And I do this for science. So while we cannot remove the flight plan discontinuity, we can remove manual. Don't, I'm doing it in the Boeing way, that doesn't work. So clear, manual, and insert that. Now we can clear. You should be allowed to clear this discontinuity now. There we go. And that's joined the two up. that looks nicer, doesn't it? Of course it does. So, as we come in, and then carcass, and then into the runway. And carcass is at 1,500 feet, which is exactly where we pick up the slope. And then we've got 4 nautical miles on the glide slope to land the plane. Get it all slow. Get ready for the final. Okay. Be happy. Back into arc mode, and yeah, we're good. So I want to just set the altitude up to our altitude. This is a new thing I'm doing. 35. Now the heading out on the runway was, we don't need to do it because it's already taken care of here. We need to put our performance information in though. So diff rip. Well, the R is radio. We're not filling that in yet. We can put the course in, but again, this is for, I don't use this until we're coming in up to it to descend. So now it's back to the init page, and cool. Right. 0 fuel weight. Should put it in automatically. Please. Okay. I'm panicking now. Let's get everything here on board. So 125 boarded. That's correct. That's correct. Oh, so this has taken it from the MCDU. Cool. Let's load the aircraft. Oh, instant. So we do have the right fuel on board. And it's moved the center. Oh. Oh yeah, because it's for the boarding. Right, so everyone's on board. No. Why is it, what, no. No, it's an empty plane. What's going on here? We want, try again, we want 125. You had the numbers there. Was everybody already on board? Maybe I messed it up. So it 1,875, wasn't it? So let's go 1.9. And fuel was 5.8. L. I need these seats filling. Thank you. Okay. Now we've got the correct fuel. It's a little bit more than I wanted, but we don't allow for that kind of accuracy. Got all the passengers on board. And Amabel. Okay. Who's in this seat? Annabelle. What's going on with these names? Is there anybody whose name doesn't begin with an A? Marine Thor. Right, anyway. Cool. Everybody's loaded. So, I'm going to tell my self-loading cargo that to skip the boarding and loading. Done. Flight services. Do have drinks. Food we have, but it seems pointless for such a flight. Boarding protocol random. Okay, so it says there start flight. I'm not going to do that yet. Let's configure the rest of this plane. What number is it now? They changed it. 7, 8, no, 5. Okay, so we've done all the way up this panel, so we'll start on this one. I don't like this view, it's too good. Arm the emergency exits. Yeah, I don't like this view. Can't we get a closer one? Right, no smoking set to auto, seatbelt sign on. Textures on these switches look really freaking cool. Do I not have... Don't I? A camera. A custom camera. I don't. I thought I did. Yeah, I'll have to do it from here then. So, seatbelts on, no smoking set to auto, and we want, oh, these dialogues popping up is annoying now. So, wing light on, strobe light on, beacon light we'll put on before we start the engines. Interior lights and stuff I will. Okay. I'm not going to do any tests, so let's get the fuel pumps. This is a lot simpler plane than, a lot less to do. Got fire tests if we want to do them. Save that for a rainy day. Talking of the day, by the way, clear skies, or well, actually this cloud appeared now. We were completely clear skies before. I thought we were on, you know, the clear sky preset, but no, we're on real weather. Alright, so I guess we can get the APU ready to be fired up. Have I missed anything? Flight director is on. Oh, the QNH. Anybody want to do that in the chat? Can you remember how to do it? I'll do it. So it's we need the METAR for the departure airport KPNS. So if I do that in the chat, it should tell me it's still working. What to set the QNH. I don't think 1013 is going to work in the States. I think we have to go to... Jeez. Come on, chat. We have to switch to inches for the units, I think. Currently it's sitting at 2991. There we go. And we can see it is... Oh, great. Can't see what it is. Oh, stop scrolling. I can't see what it is because that love heart's in the way. 2996. Okay, so let's set it to 2996. And now I'm going to press the B key, which is where the flight sim will actually do it automatically for us. 2997, it said. Discrepancy? Somebody's wrong. On the constraints. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to start firing up and going. As you can see, guys, we are stuck here, so I've got a wall there. So we definitely need to turn nose right, no question about it. And then we're going to go down, I think, the Echo or Alpha. Maybe I'll get an escort down there, but I don't think I'll need it. Pretty confident that it's a case of good. Yeah. If we back out to there, is our taxiway going to be that one or this one back here? Okay, I think we'll take this first one and then we'll dip into here and take this second one to go up the road. Yeah, we're going to be coming out arse backwards, but I'm trapped in this corner, so it's the only choice I've got. So it's nose right. As long as we know that, we're fine. Okay, so we'll start up the thing. I can never remember the name of it. Self-loading cargo. It's difficult for me to remember that name. Let's get the TCAS on. Oh, something's wrong here, guys. We haven't finished doing this. Oh, you bugger. Tell me I've got to put this in myself. What's it asking for? 0 field weight and CG. 0 field weight 55.9, so I'm going to go with 56.0, 29.0. Right. 56.0 slash 29. Block fuel is 5.8, 58.0, but I think it's okay. Please calculate and tell me we've got some extra time. 11 minutes. Freaky. Okay. And now performance, which I'll do it all in here. Why are you asking me to import from Simbri? Done this. It's the home page. You have to click here. I forgot we have to do this on this. So if we sync the load sheet and sync the live weather, then all we need to put in is dry, flap config, going to be set to 2, force toga no, anti-ice off, packs off, take off weight, fine, happy with that, calculate. Okay, so we've got 124, 130, 130. Let's put that in first. 1, 4, 130. This isn't like the fly-by-wire where you just click on the bottom. What's the numbers? You have to actually do this yourself. 2 is the same as the transition altitude is. Oh, it's already in. Like that. FL 180. No? Okay. You want the full thing? I can do the full thing. Okay, flex to temp and flaps. So flex to temp is 60 and the flaps is 2 with a down pitch of 0.1. Flaps is 2 with a down and the flex to temp was 60. That's it. That's it, that's all we need. But now the flight plan should have all of the pre-calculated bits for every step of the way. No more dashes. Cool. Alright, we're set, ready, go. Let's do this. Uh-oh, that didn't sound healthy at all. Self-loading cargo just crapped it so. Please make sure you've entered an arrival time. Or specify the airline name for this flight. Okay, so airline is Fenix 2627. Arrival time. Why can't you tell me that from Simbri? Okay, so Fenix 2627. Oh, airline. Phoenix. I'm just looking to find where to start the flight now. I think it's doing it. I'm going to remember how to bring up the...
Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are now on board.
Beacon light on.
Ground copy.
I have turned the music off on this, but it's still wanting to come on. Now we can do the...
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
We can do the pushback within self-loading cargo. I prefer not to. They are communicating with me, or trying to. I'll see if I can show that. We've got ground crew wanting to, but I don't want them to taxi me.
Go ahead. Call me with your core percent. We won't require pushback today, so feel free to get disconnected whenever you're ready. As a reminder, if you're using software to track your virtual airline flights, you might want to start it if you haven't already. Roger.
Now, why is that still flashing if we've taken care of it?
We're ready to disconnect. Thanks for the help. Pin straight ahead and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so we're ready, yes? Everything is good. APU available. Parking brake is on. TCAS is on standby. Flaps need to go down. We've got a few things to get, but that's okay. As long as the APU is up. Okay. So, lead on. Put the taxi light on now. Runway lights on. I'm going to use ESX for pushback because... Don't crash me into the wall, okay? This is a tight one. Oh, 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 oh.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Yeah, I'm not. Hold on. Okay. And I'm just going to make sure my handbrake is on, my parking brake is on. I call it a handbrake. I'm just too used to it. Right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Are we ready? Let's go. Let's get to Orlando, guys. Let's do this. See what this plane is like. Those stairs are going to need to move. I wonder where he's going to stop us. We're going to end up in the car park, aren't we? Let's face it. But here, I don't know. This I don't get. No problem. But I'm going to leave this off the screen because I'm seeing that all the time. But it's just my comms. I don't know what's going on with the pushback, why we haven't progressed. Oh, maybe I need to... Wait. Did it pop up and I just missed it?
Locking gear.
Oh, is the plane going to raise up? Gets on my nerves. I'm hoping it's just for taxiing purposes, and the music will turn off during the flight, because I have. And oh, plane's going up.
Release parking brakes.
Done.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Please don't back me into the wall. There's a good lad. I'm relying on you here. Where's N2? There it is. 2's firing up. Unlike the Boeing where you have to inject the fuel, this will do it automatically. It'll fire up N1. Nose wheel steering disconnected. Yep. Yep, we're getting pushed. No. Oh, oh boy. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, we're heading towards the fence. Okay, keep steering, yep, keep going, follow the yellow line. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh, okay, now, okay, you are following the yellow line. I didn't know you could, what are you doing? That's a clever trick to get me on the yellow line. Fair enough. We have an engine start, yes? Yeah, we do. Yes, available. It's good. Okay, next one. All good so far. Oh, predicted wind shear is off. Button. Okay. And now that I've put the predicted wind shear on, I can never put my thing back. Here somewhere. I like to rest my arm, you see. You do know when to stop, I'm sure. That would be good. That'd be awesome. Yep. British flag on the side of the plane.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes coming up. There you go.
We need your confirmation for good engine start.
We have a good engine start, I believe. Do we? Yes, man, we do.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
This is a nice view. Lowering the plane. Whoa, suspension. That will have frightened the passengers a bit. As we dropped. Thank you very much.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I haven't seen you remove it.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Well, he's walking off with the pin, but I didn't see him remove it. Okay. Right. Where are we going now? We have to follow the Alpha taxi. Go to search. KPNS. Just having a quick look on Navigraph, just to make sure. Go taxi. And we want to be on taxiway Alpha, so we can join at Alpha 7 at the corner, which I think is somewhere over there. Right, parking brake is on, AP lead is on, we do not need that anymore. Company message, screw 'em. Can't be bothered to read it. So APU can go off, as we are now running on engine power. Runway lights are on, runway lights are off, taxi lights are on. Good, let's go. It's been a while since I've flown it, I just want to double, triple check everything. And all this time, my throttle hasn't been plugged in. I was using it for my pedals. So let's get that in and jump to customize and back. Boom. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without the map. So we need to follow Alpha taxiway, which is somewhere. Where's the taxiway? Okay, there's the line. So, I don't know if you guys probably might not be picking this up unless you've got a subwoofer. I've got a very low rumble on the engine. So we should be getting some guidance here. There should be some lettering or signage to tell us go to taxi. But I'm going to say it's this next turn here because it has to. Maybe it doesn't have to be. What the hell runway is this? No, it is. It's right. Oh yeah, there is that runway crossing. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Keep going all the way to the end. In the meantime, we'll cross off some of this checklist. So we want the auto brake set to max. What's the other stuff? Cabin spoilers flaps. Ooh, I knew that would happen as soon as I look away. Flap set. Do this one now. Nope. Did it do it? Yes, it must have done. Let me do this while I'm here. I normally do it at the end of the runway and cabin check. Come on, cabin check, disappear. Cabin check's not disappearing. Will it allow us to do a takeoff? Yes, it will. Okay. Fine. That's it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. He ain't moving. Finally. So the landing's going to be interesting then. We'll just see if my sensitivities that we've set from the Fenix recommendations are going to be okay. So this is cleared now. Down there. Yeah, that's cleared. We're good. Company message, it's just standard information. Try and clear. Why haven't they run through the safety check thing? really following this.
Cabin crew, please set doors to automatic. All stations, seats for takeoff, please.
Okay, that's quite snappy turning, but it's okay. I think we're pretty much getting ready to. Okay, has that made the message go away? No. Do we have to read all of them? All the company messages? Surely not. Why are we getting so many of them? The load sheet. Hello, Gray. Maybe they heard today your captain is captain. Or they all something off. That's all been done. Company message gone. Alright, good, that's clear. Wanted that clear. Right, anything I can put out to the this intercom cabin crew sector. Why is it constantly flashing? I've not been able to voice comms with it yet. I don't know why. Figuring out now, trying to figure out how to get the airport information or the airplane information up on the screen. That's the one. Show current flight information. No issues at the moment, on time, da da da. Cool, let's go. Kind of weirded out by the way they didn't do the in-flight, you know, the in-flight. Okay. As long as they serve coffees, stuff. I think you can actually ask for a cup of tea as well, or maybe just coffee. Coffee. Coffee-dominated world that we live in. Okay, so we are going to take off and we're just going to go straight across to heading of where's my current heading? Bearing 350. That's right now, and then I think 58. Is that where we're going? Okay, as long as I know. That was delayed. That took a while for the throttle to build up there. Okay, stable, let's go. Having to adjust a little bit of yaw. Alright, Phoenix. flaps to 1. I'm going to stay in manual control for the moment. Disarming the spoilers. And flaps retracted.
Cabin crew, you're free to move around the cabin.
You can hear the buzzing sound in the background now, the buzz saw. Lovely scenery out there, I have to say. Really nice scenery. Wow, that looks real. I don't know if it's just the lighting conditions. Okay, we're nearly stalling out here, so I'm going to just dip the nose down a little. Need to put the throttles into the climb position. Let's get the autopilot on because yes. It's asking for leave a climb, but it's already there. There we go. I had to make a slight adjustment, which I maybe have to recalibrate. It's a little bit off. Oh no, it's dead center. I thought I had to go a little bit forward to get that, but no, it was correct. Why is it going into stall? Flaps are up. Spoilers are not armed. We need speed, guys. Come on. The plane has to dip its nose then to get the speed. You need to be pushing with a little bit more throttle than this oil. Auto. Okay. Why have we got such slow speed though? The engines to 250 if I have to. Oh god, that's why. This is not the first time that I've pushed the landing gear in and it has not happened. Have an autopilot. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna manually try and rescue this plane. Let's get us back on course and see if we can re-engage the autopilot. Autopilot probably had no interest in engaging while the wheels were down, but again, it just didn't work on the button. I wanted to get a look outside the plane, but then I have to pilot it for the moment. Feels nice and steady on the roll, which is nice, not oversensitive. It just rolls nice and smoothly. Hey William, and you get up and walk around the plane. Not literally, no. Reminds me, seatbelts. Oh, seatbelts are on auto. See, because I got, I don't know, I always forget to do the runway lights when we're on the runway, but I should have switched those. I should have switched those on. Put this into takeoff position and switch those two on. I always forget. The passengers can walk around the plane in like virtually with this thing, with this app I'm using. I'm just figuring out how to make these calls. This is nice. Turning into the roll like that is cool. Okay, autopilot has decided it's taking over. Happy for it to do that. And we've now got some hellish speed going. Okay, autopilot is on. We're just waiting for the 18,000 feet marker so we can put the QNH to standard and I can have a cup of tea. Seatbelt signs are still on, or is that just the fact that it's set to auto? Let's turn them off anyway. Or not. To no smoking, that's set to auto. Okay, we have a blank screen. Nice. Right. So those glitches on takeoff was kind of my fault, really. I don't know why the thing didn't come down. I'm just going to quickly test it. Nope. I just pressed for the wheels to come out. Nothing. And yet, if I go into the bindings, the control configs, everything's set correctly. But I can't make the wheels go down with my throttle. Let's see if it works with the key. I think I've got the G key set to it. Nope. Just plain have a safety feature set in where it will not allow the it won't allow the gear to come out at certain speeds because, well, you might rip it off. That fuel's gone down. Why has the fuel gone down so much? Yeah, I know. Now the landing gear's gone down. Yeah, okay. And now I couldn't raise it with the mouse. I had to raise it with the thing. You can shut up now. Landing gear not downlocked after 120. Yeah, so it did move, but it was like delayed for about half an hour. And the discrepancy is already sorted, so I wouldn't worry about that. And the landing gear thing, all I needed to do is come out. Landing gear gravity extension. Are you kidding? I don't have to do this, alright? This doesn't work in this plane, right? You have to pull this lock back first. You know what? I've got no clue whether my wheels are going to come down now. Dusty's flying Dusty. But I got no clue whether... Oh, gee. Well, it's going to make for a fun landing if we can't bring the wheels down, eh? Yeah. I hope we haven't damaged it. We can clear this, right? Everything good so far. So top of climb is, let's go a bit more, we need to get this higher up. Higher up again, there we go. Blue arrow, that's when we're going to hit 35,000. Probably a bit later than advertised, but as long as we get there. Right, apparently the in-flight movie is playing, which is called Plane Crash. That's today's movie. We need to get this music off. I mean, seriously. And yet, in the settings program, go to sounds and boarding music, and that's set to off. But it's the music during the flight. I see no more settings for music. If automation is on, music's on. If automation is on, music starts immediately after landing, which I'm fine with. But where the hell do you turn this music off? I don't hear here. I don't hear or see anything. But it will play a vacuum cleaner sound once you've landed and switched the plane off, and the cleaners come in to clean the plane. It'll play a vacuum cleaner sound. Yeah, because that's more important. Of course it is. The METAR. There's the arrival METAR coming in. So we need to tell the plane the arrival decision altitudes and all that kind of stuff, and the ILS frequencies, which we can sort that out. Because I haven't put any descent or landing data in at all. So ILS frequency we know is 110.95, so we can plop that in right here, get it on standby. Oops. This is the wrong place to do it. So, the barrow is your decision altitude, which is I think the ILS frequency, the plane will pick it up automatically. I can put in the approach information right now, but it might be a bit early to do that. Does it know the runway elevation? Right, so this is our 110.95, right? So we know that's our ILS frequency. At destination, the course coming in is 185. We can plug that in. Now the runway elevation is 90, but I don't know if it knows that. Where the hell did he put that in? Hey Luis. Yesterday I had a defined flight plan with SID departure, but I lost the first waypoint. Now to the MCD, departure waypoints disappeared and I got PPOS. Not really, I've seen that. PPOS rings a bell. Departure waypoints disappeared. When you say you lost the first waypoint, do you mean in flight? You were in flight? I don't know. I don't recall having that situation. So, yeah, I don't know. I looked at the MCD, departure waypoint disappeared. Obviously, as you fly, all the waypoints, when you fly past them, they disappear off the top of the thing. Because you don't need them anymore. But the P-pause, I don't know what that is. Let me have a quick look. Just going to have a quick Google. See what's going on. Some of the terms I'm not familiar with. You were climbing. I don't know. P-pause got to be something to do with. Is it like plane position or something? People talk in initials, but they never actually say what they are. And even if you ask Google what is P-pause, it just doesn't want to tell you. Present position. If the selected waypoint is in the from waypoint, the title omits the aircraft latitude longitude and instead displays P-pause present position instead. Are you on the fly-by-wire plane or? I don't know, see if that helps you out. I don't know. Oh, look at those round patches. I'm just wondering now whether my wheels are going to come down when I need them to. Oh, you can hear that buzzing effect now.
I'll leave you now in the capable...
What? Arrival delay.
Thanks very much.
Oh, are we just hitting cruising altitude? Is that why that's come on? Yeah, so. Were we having a full captain to passengers message there? Because I missed it.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Just to keep you updated, unfortunately it looks as though we may be a little delayed in getting to our destination. Air traffic control have changed our route slightly, which means we'll be taking a slight detour from our original flight plan.
Lies.
Hopefully we will be able to make some time up during our arrival. We'll certainly try our best. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but in the meantime enjoy the remainder of the flight and I'll speak to you again once we're about to start our descent. Thank you.
I need to define some new cameras. I'm not happy with these ones that I've done. Can you imagine if all the shades worked? That'd be insane. I just watched the, I hadn't seen it before, so I just watched the 7-part series called Hijack with Idris Elba. Pretty good. The lady hijacker, woo, she's a cutie. I'm just saying, she's a cute one. Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't mind watching Hijack, that'd be a good thing to put on here while you are flying, eh? For the passengers, let them watch Hijack. That's okay, Lewis. I hope it can help you out. I'm not really familiar with it, but I've seen PPOS before, but I don't recall having any problems with that particular thing. So, yeah, I can't really say. Do we have some bad weather over there? That looks very unsmooth, doesn't it? The transitioning here looks a bit JPEG-y, JPEG artifacty. I'm going to have to write to the devs of self-loading cargo and say, how do you get the freaking music off? I cannot find a function anywhere that lets me turn it off. Voice commands available. Okay. But how? I want to say bring me a tea. Perform. There's a button here that says perform actions on toilets. Oh, cabin music. Cabin music, it says here. Hold on. Cabin music is automated. Mouse wheel adjusts the volume. Forget the mouse wheel. That's set to 0. Ah, baby. Right, what can I say, and how do I talk to it? Now it says the passengers are slightly negative. I guess that's probably because we're a bit delayed. Show current. Say it again. Show current flight information. Voice commands available. How? I don't know how to talk to it. I think you have to say either the word communicate or SLC and then SLC, but doesn't want to. Yeah, I've not figured out how to do it. But you can instruct the cabin crew to bring you drinks. I believe so, anyway. We may have to turn on Microsoft voice recognition. Sure. I'll see if I can watch somebody using it. Yeah, see if I can figure out how to do it. I'm not really bothered. Not a thing that's going to bother me. I'm more interested in flying the plane, and also the fact that we might be looking at some dodgy. We just went through the smoke trail of another plane. So we are staying at cruise for the next 7 plus 5,600, 108, 5, 31 miles. Top of descent is 133, 134 miles to top of descent, I would say. And the final final constraint is COCAS at 1,500. That's pretty low, but okay, let's plug it in. Okay, 1,500. So as soon as we hit top of descent, it should. If I hit this button right now, if I click the mouse, we're going to start descending. That's not what I want to do. How are we doing on fuel? 3,580. It's amazing how much less fuel you use once you're cruising compared to how much you use on the climb. We used about a ton of fuel just climbing, but now it's kind of settled. We've used another 1.3 tons, I think, but we've got plenty. Flight level 1500 is armed and ready to go. The precision altitude is set to 240, but the actual runway elevation, I don't know. Another place to put that? I don't remember. Let's get some radio going, just because we can. So we want to be in the United States of America. There. And I want to choose. I want to move that window, and I want to choose Jacksonville. Do we have any towers? No towers in the vicinity. That one, 125, 750.
American 1943, John 300, intercept final switch course. 300, intercept final switch course, American 1943.
So as we start the descent, we'll make sure to refresh this. I click it again. Here. It'll refresh there. Cool. Ooh. While we're doing this, why not click on the home and arrival performance? Now let's see if I can figure this out. So let's apply the METAR as we currently have it. The runway is 17 left. It's dry, good that we believe. I'm going to say good. Aircraft condition, landing weight. I don't know. I have no idea what my landing weight's going to be. I've seen it, somebody calculate it on a video, but I've completely forgotten how to do that. And it looks like I need to do that. You have to work out how much fuel you're burning and how much fuel you're going to burn off by the time you get there. And then you'll have your landing weight.
Piedmont 6207, maintain 3000, surrounding with 1 minor 0.
I have no idea. So I guess we cannot calculate our landing distance then till oh god no, go back until we put that in. So manual landing, low brakes, flaps on. No, flap full is correct.
1943.
Idle.
18.5.
Actual versus. Yeah, so until we put the landing weight in, I don't know, but I don't know how to calculate it, fortunately. Not that good. If we know the fuel flow, which is 980 kilos per hour, and how long is left on the flight, we can calculate how much fuel we're going to burn, roughly. Take that off the current weight of the plane.
Piedmont 6207, continue that right-hand turn to a 240.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit calculate how much fuel we're going to burn. Currently, we are 59,400 kilos. As we burn fuel, I think this is going to go down. So let's say 59,000.
American Club 41 Heavy approach, Roger, set maintain 5,000.
I'm guessing it. Oh no, it wants it in tons. Okay, that'll do. Is it tons it wants it in? Looks like not. I don't know if we're going to burn off 400 kilos. So with auto brakes 1 we'll land. I'm not sure what the two markers are. We've got one here and one there. If we can land and stop here at 2,000 meters, we should be able to veer off that runoff, the taxiway that had the bridge. I'm assuming 59 tons is going to be our landing weight. We're 59.3 now. It's going to be less than that, isn't it? Because we're burning off fuel quite quickly, and we've still got a decent way to go yet. So, I mean, top of descent's not for a while yet. So it's probably going to be under 59.
We're going to 847, set maintain 3,000.
So we've burned off 2.5 tons of fuel already. If we burn off another 2.5, well, let's say we get it down to 1,000 for when we come to land. Ah, wait a minute. Enter destination data. Yeah, I did that. Let's say we go to the performance page. Oh, that's not the one I want. Fuel prediction. So, we'll have an extra 1.7 on board. The 1.7 tons we'll have, right? So, hang on. That should give us 1,700 burn off. So if we're going to be left with 1,700, take 1,700 off this. So that's going to be, let's say, 2,000. 573, add it back on. 576. So yeah, 57.6 is going to be our landing weight, right?
47, turn left heading 340.
How do I clear this? 57. I'm just guessing here, but I think 57.6 roughly is going to be our landing weight. Yeah. So we land in 2 kilometers, but as long as we don't float, and as long as we can get the wheels down, we'll be fine. Okay, so it said enter destination data. I think we did that.
010.
So let's just run through and make sure that everything is here. Oh, okay, this one. Yep. Okay, let's take a look then. And arrival, and this one. So we want to refresh METAR here, and the QNH is 2995. Let's get that in. 2,995, and in we go. Temperature is 36 degrees. It's warm. Yeah, 24 degrees. That's warm, guys. 36 degrees temperature, and it looks like the mag wind is already there. Well, I've got. You're confusing me here. 20010. Is that 200 with a deviation of 10? Oh no. Oh, sorry. Okay, 200. It's gusting. This is gusting.
4897, set maintain 5,000.
This is a little out. I don't know where it's got it from. Oh it's gusting at 14 knots. Oh, it's 200 for 10, gusting at 14. Right? Right. Go with it, Rusty. I don't think it's going to let me put the gust information in, so I'm just going to leave it like that.
67 to go cover.
Flaps, slats, and something else.
847.
And this will be our landing speed. 128.
847 clears approach runway 27 right.
Close to me.
180 knots, 5 miles.
Okay, that's the landing information. Approaching elite now. Will it be dangerous? It's cloudy here. 36 degrees though, look at those lovely clouds. Wow, fluffy. That's worth a screening. Can't confirm. Uh-oh, we have a freeze. I can't confirm that that's the. I cannot confirm that that is the sound that these engines make. I'm looking at the front, and I never want to find out. Because I never want to be in front of one. Wow, look at this. We got nothing out there now. It says passengers are very bored. Ah. Is that because I turned the music off? Another movie on.
Piedmont 6207, maintain 180 knots, 5 miles, final contact power 18.5.
Maybe the movie's shite. Who knows? It says the cabin crew are automatically managing the in-flight services. Drinks, food, no alcohol, and I don't know what that icon is. And a movie is on. It says that the movie has got 54 minutes remaining. I don't think they're going to see the whole film. Passengers are very bored. Well, let them be. It's difficult to make the passengers happy on with this program. I don't know what to do to
Air 4500, turn right heading 180.
keep them happy. I could put the music back on, but by God, it's annoying. Yeah, maybe a barrel roll. There's no Wi-Fi equipped on the plane either. At least it's not. Yeah, it's turned off. Well, they can't play Fruit. What's it called, that game? Fruit something? I don't know. Yeah, they can't play that. Apparently there is 125 passengers on board. 123 of them are seated. And out of that lot, only 55 are secured with seatbelts. Making a turn by the looks of it. Other side, please. Okay, we've just gone past Elite. We're off to Star Citizen. Let's see if we can get a better camera view. We can go maybe a bit closer to the wing here.
Right, high speed contact ground 120.3.
I want to get to the slats, and the flappage. This is what we want. Like this. And if I can do Control Alt and then a number, I guess I'm going to do 1 because I've got. Oops. There we go. So we've got that view and we've got this one. And I could do with one on the other side as well, but I'll program the Phoenix cameras. Not a lot of flexing. I'm guessing the winds are calm. No, I haven't got no idea where I turned off that cabin. It was in one of these menus, but I don't know where it was. But I'm glad I turned it off.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Just to keep you updated, unfortunately it looks as though we are running a little late in getting to our destination. Air traffic control have changed our route slightly, which means we'll be taking a slightly...
Why are you lying? The route wasn't
Hopefully we'll
changed.
be able to make some time up during our arrival.
Top
We'll
of descent
certainly try
right
our
here.
best. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but in the meantime enjoy the remainder of the flight and I'll speak to you again once we're about to start our descent. Thanks.
Here we've got to be under 260, 26,000 feet. Here we've got to be above 17,000. So we're going to have to start descending right now. Come on, autopilot, take me down. As soon as we touch this white arrow, this needle needs to start dropping. Here we go. No. No, is it not managed? It's not managed. There we go. Quickly caught it. I didn't see that we didn't have the dot on there, but we're good now. We're good. And we are descending heavy, 5,500 feet per minute. Eekers. We need to get down to under 260, which I think we'll easily manage.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. Depending on the destination air traffic, we should be landing in around 20 minutes. In the meantime, I will be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. After that, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you'll need to stay seated until after landing. On that note, if you need to use a toilet, then you should try to visit one now as they will be closed during the approach.
Hey, Dego, Mohammed, how are you doing?
So I will wish you a very good afternoon once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Yeah, so we've now got a passengers reporting bad flight, and I guess that's because we're late and they got bored. We should have put some porn on, maybe. I don't know. Try that for next time. Yeah, we are now descending. We have our descent information. I have to put auto brakes on and also arm the spoilers, get them ready and get the flaps ready. And whether the gear's going to drop, I'm going to do it with this thing. If it comes to dropping the gear manually, I think we're screwed because I don't think this works on this plane. You would expect it to, because we've got other planes where it works. Oh, is it this? Yeah, so we can do it. We can drop it via gravity. Okay. Yeah, you have to lift the handle up and then you go turn it. I don't fancy doing it at the moment, but if the wheels don't come out automatically, then we're going to have to do it that way. Please, gear, come on out. Okay, so we need to be under 260. At or under 260 by the time we get to coax. Looks like the autopilot's going to manage that just about. Yes, come on, 100. And the green dot is in the middle, which is where we need it to be. In line with this yellow line, I believe, right? And now we need to be, we cannot dip under 1700 there. The autopilot will not do that. So we're all good. And once we get under 18,000 feet, we need to put in the QNH, which we already know. Let's have a refresh on it just in case. It's 2995. We'll put that in as soon as we get under 18,000, which is the transition altitude. Is this Airbus more easier to set up than the Boeing? To set up? Yes, it is, because it's more computerized. The Airbus is like a computer with wings, basically. It does a lot more for you, where with the Boeing it's still an advanced plane computer-wise, but there's a few more manual steps that you have to do, like injecting the fuel into the engines after the N2s, after the jets have spun up, where with this you don't have to do that. It just does it for you. Yeah, computers tend to they do more for you. And coming back to that TV series of Hijack, on the cockpit scenes, they showed you some of these displays and buttons that people were pressing on the plane. They never put a foot wrong. Every time the captain or the hijacker pressed a button on the displays here, it was always carried out correctly. Every time. There's an aircraft movie, I think it's the one with Tom Hanks, is it Sully? I don't know, it might be a different movie, but I was watching one, it was an airplane movie, and I was looking at the dials and they were saying, yeah, we're maintaining altitude and all this, and I was looking at the dials here and all the displays, and it was complete BS. What was on here was not matching what they were saying in the movie. But if you're not used to flying the plane or used to being in a virtual one like this, you'd never know. It was complete balls, and we are way above the flight path here. Won't we? Oh no, it's okay. Sorry, I was panicking. It said 17,000 or above, didn't it? Yeah, okay, we're fine. I'm just waiting for that green dot to return. Yeah, but apparently on the TV series Hijack, they actually used a decommissioned Airbus, and they refurbished it and got it all working for the series. Obviously not flying it, but all the systems were on. And I only spotted one error that they made, just one, and I'll get to it in a sec. They were flying from Dubai to the UK, and when they get under a certain transition altitude, you have to change from standard to the QNH value, and they didn't. So it had standard on here the whole time, regardless of whatever altitude they were on. That was incorrect. But everything else, all of these, like the position of the autopilot, what it was doing, the idling of the throttles that you said, everything else was spot on. So if you have a keen eye, you pick that up. So that was good attention to detail on that TV series, I have to say. Very good. Don't like this being down here, but I think it means we are below the flight. This is the are we below the flight path? Yeah, flight path is up here in the middle. We're down here, so I'd rather be under than over, if I'm honest. Anyway, so where are we in terms of So we've got Grinch, Bugs, Blake, then Booney, and we've got D-Cell, which is where we start to prepare the plane to slow it down. D-Cell's not coming for a while yet, we've got a little bit to go. 9, 17, 20, 21 nautical miles, and we'll hit the D-Cell. Which I believe, hang on, what did I say? 21? Oh, 21's up here. So we've got Booney and D-Cell. Well, there should be a marker up here, I'd say. So there's Booney. D-Cell is after Booney, isn't it? Got a purple dot there. Not quite sure what that purple dot is, whether that is the D-Cell point. Oh, that's this limb, I think. And then D-Cell is 4 nautical miles after Booney. So it must be this white arrow. Yep. Must be that white arrow. Okay. Orlando, Florida. Welcome. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, it's true. They never touch the space bar. Yeah, and they always type so fast. They never like say go and oh, damn it, made a mistake and do backspace to delete a spelling mistake. Nobody makes spelling errors. And here's another thing. I don't know if this is just in US movies and series, or if it happens in the UK ones as well. On a phone call, they seem to know when to hang up. Nobody ever says goodbye on the phone. They're just having a conversation, yeah, blah, 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 and then one of them will just put the phone down. And I always picture the other one saying, what do you put the phone down for? I was about to tell you something else. No one ever says, okay, I'll catch you later then, okay? Yep, all right, see you then, bye, bye-bye, bye. Never. Never ever does that ever happen. Why? Oh, more drag. He wasn't paying attention. Okay, what's the Booney? What's the Booney thing? 7,000. Are we not going to make it? Yeah, we should be okay. We need a bit of drag though. That's 7,000 exact? It is. Right, we just need to make sure that we hit 7,000 by the time we get to Phoenix. There's the spoilers armed.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
So let's just make sure that it's 7 by the time we get to Booney. And no problem. And the dot is back online, so I can take the drag back off. And if it requests it again, just got to keep an eye on the bottom of the MCDU here to make sure it puts us back on the flight path. Right, so we're under at the moment, and the dot is up there. Okay. So when it goes up, we're under. So this yellow box, I'm saying, is where we are. And this is the green dot then must represent the ideal flight path. But it has to be in the center. If it's above, then we're below. If you imagine that this yellow box here is the plane, now we're dead level with the flight path. So if it goes up here, the green dot, that means we're underneath the green dot. So we're lower than we're supposed to be. It's easy, or actually it's this yellow marker. I said the yellow box. It comes to the same thing. Now we've got the next constraint at 6,000, which is at Yago. We need to start slowing the plane down. So I think we're going to engage the first set of flaps, I think. We are, I mean the flaps can come out, we can go at 250, we can extend, oh no, 230. Well, let's prepare the plane anyway. I'm going to get low auto brakes. We want to transfer Oh, it's... God, my brain is in Boeing mode here. I was going to say to, you know, transfer the ILS frequency over, but you don't do that here. It's all done on the computer. Cool. Only. Tell you what, guys, this in VR is amazing. Running 25 frames per second at the moment. Pretty sure I'd be in the 40s or something. I didn't have some traffic stuff running. And maybe this FSUSIPC thing running self-loading cargo. Okay, what I didn't do, which I should have done, seat belts on, and we're going to get the taxi lights on, we're going to get the landing lights on. I still just, oops, don't want to stay in that camera. I still have got no freaking idea whether the wheels are going to come. Okay, so you can see that we are at 200, which is underneath the speed for flaps 1, so we can actually engage. Add a bit of lag, and then we can, what spoilers, we can arm those getting ready for landing. So flaps 2, we can engage at any speed under 200 knots. We're dipping under there, but we've got to go 2, 3, and then full. There's not so many settings as in the Boeing. The Boeing's got like 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, 30, and then yeah, there's a lot. So I think once we make this, hang on, once we make the turn onto Sedo, how many miles to the runway? Oh, sugar, not many. Okay, let's get flaps 2 in already. And we'll have the spoilers armed. We should be able to see that on the wing. Alright. When we make the final turn here, I want to be putting the wheels out about 5 miles out. So if that's the runway, the Caucas is 4 miles out, so just before we reach Caucas, gear down, I hope. Look at the status here. Gravity extension, oh god. Should I try and put the wheels down earlier then, just in case they don't? What's going on here? Landing gear, gravity extension. If I need to do this manually, I might need to set up, if I need to do that in the future, I might need to set up a quick camera, move me over there fast so I can do it. And then we just have to, you know, wind it up and look. So flaps 3 comes in at 185. We are currently underneath that. So
2,500.
flaps 3. Let's put the gear down. Oh, you bastard.
Cabin crew, please take seats for landing.
Why are you doing this to me, Phoenix? Did we break them? Ah! Come on, don't fuck with me. Ah! Please tell me you're locked. Okay, I haven't armed the approach. Okay, we have the glide slope, we have the localizer. I was panicking there. Yeah, glide slope localizer is in. We a little high though, I don't know. Landing gear door's not closed. Let's go away. Okay, flaps full now. Can't believe we had to put the landing gear down manually. Oh, it's going up. Are we on a dual? We're on Cat 1 dual landing. Okay, I don't remember arming a dual landing, but that means the plane's going to land itself.
1,000.
I don't think so. Do anything about the landing. I know the landing gear doors are not closed, but they're supposed to be open because that's how the wheels come out. Okay, autopilot is disconnected. Now it is. You're weird. You're weird. You keep beeping at me. It's supposed to be 2 clicks to stop that beeping. Oh, maybe it's the lights here. Right, we got a freeze. Thank you. You're overwhelming me, man. I'm not a trained pilot.
100 above.
Oh, I'm trying to push the nose down here. Come on, don't flare too much. We need to be at 50 feet on the zebra crossing.
Minimum.
Light slow.
40, 30, 20, retard. Retard.
It's floating. It's floating. We're down. Get the nose down. Come on. Looks like the gears have held. Auto brakes are on. Damn hell and blast. That was a little bit floaty. I don't think we had a lot of wind though. Right, this is the runoff. Go over the bridge, I believe. What we saw on the Navigraph, right? So let's back the flaps. That's the bridge. That's the bridge. Remember, we saw it right at the beginning of the street. I have no idea what went on with the landing gear, but thankfully I knew what to do. That's the first time I've had to bring the wheels down manually in gravity. Definitely some issue there. I don't know. Gonna have to wait. Yeah, I think the Southwest Airlines there had to wait for that plane. But we're gonna be in a little bit of a queue unless he starts moving. I think we have to go over a runway. Going a different way.
Again, 470, correction, 741 heavy, turn left heading 300, intercept the final approach course.
Left 300, intercept the final approach course, again 741 heavy.
We have to go that way, southwest. Has it been raining here? The ground is very reflective.
Correction, contact tower 118.5.
take the landing lights off now. Get the 8 started up.
To a
Come on, Southwest, let's move.
250, intercept the final approach course.
I'll give you 10 seconds and I'm coming through you. Yeah, we kept getting that beeping message about the landing gear doors open, but they had to. And the other thing was the autopilot when you disconnect. If you just press the disconnect button once, it just goes just bzz, 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 bzz all the time. So you have to press it twice, and then it'll just go bzz, 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 and that's it. You just do 3 times, and that's it. But I had the master warning light on as well. Oh, what's going to happen here? We're going to fall through the runway? I had the master light on as well, which was also buzzing. And so it was this never-ending sound. Oh, what's going to happen here? Yay.
7 right, 170 to 5 out, brickyard, 4500.
We're good. I thought that bump was going to be a bit more heavy. It looks like it's been raining here, because unless these tiles are very polished, but a hell of a reflection. There's Southwest.
American 741 Heavy, port 12 o'clock and 13 miles port the airport side. Airport inside, American 741 Heavy. American 741
Well, we got it down.
Approach runway 27 right.
A little bit floaty. I tried to push the plane down on its nose to get the last, 40 feet, 50 feet. Because we crossed the threshold at 40 feet. We should have been doing it at 50, which meant that we were 10 feet lower than we should have been. But it was that's fine. And the plane stopped well in time, so I think that was, apart from the fact that the wings were going a little bit, rolling a little bit up and down, I think we got a decent one. Yeah. I should have had the replay system on back on it, but we got it down.
American 741 Heavy, contact tower 118.5. 18.5, thanks, American 741 Heavy.
Not a good idea to go into those views while you're taxiing around a
Blue
corner.
Streak 9949, set to maintain 5,000, then reduce speed to 180.
Back to 180, Blue Streak 9949.
It can't have been raining though. I mean, it says it was 30.
American
36
1367,
degrees.
set to maintain 5,000.
Then 5,000, American 1367.
Max speed 250. Auto.
Approach Blue Streak 5320.
Auto FLT auto.
Blue Streak 5323, Rotor.
Those landing lights are still on. But I just turned those buggers off. Oh, okay.
Air 4897, turn left heading at 300, just going to maintain 3,000.
Left heading 300, just going to maintain 3,000.
Piedmont 6180, turn right heading.
Seatbelts are not getting taken off until we stop.
Piedmont 6180, turn right heading 180.
Right heading 180, Piedmont 6180.
Nope, we're not going to fight over the same parking.
Approach American 1440, 6 down.
This traffic is based on real world. But there is a Southwest somewhere in Orlando, going down this. The only plane that's not on the flight radar in reality is us. I can see our place already. Bye bye Southwest.
97,
Nice tagging on behind you.
From Martin, maintain 3000 until stops on the final approach course cleared. RNAV 27 right approach, maintain.
What are you doing with me?
05 mile final.
Okay, we're turning here, are we? Yeah.
497, maintain 3000 to establish cleared. I'll on out 27 right and maintain 170 until 5 miles.
Whoa, come on, steering.
Piedmont 6180, turn right heading 240, intercept the final approach course.
Right heading 240 to intercept final approach course, Piedmont 6180.
Steering's sensitive. Okay, AP powered, so engines off.
Brickyard 4500, contact tower 118.5. 185, Brickyard 4500, have a good one.
Cabin crew, disarm the doors, please.
Blue Streak 9949, center maintain 4000. Center maintain 4000, Blue Streak 9949.
I'm down to 17 frames per second. Yes. Welcome. Sorry for the short note.
2528, 3 miles to London, clear out 30 with you. Maintain 3000, full established local active clear out 27 right approach, maintain 170 now.
According to this, it says good landing, 300 minus 306 feet per minute.
Right approach.
That's probably a bit too much. And 1.1 G landing. Seems like it's a bit heavy for.
Piedmont 6180, center maintain 3000.
And a 3000, Piedmont 6180.
Okay, we do have ground power. That's on. Oop, APU, sorry. Fuel pumps off.
Streak 9949, turn left heading at 360. Left heading 360, Blue Streak 9949. Piedmont.
Got ground crew. Okay. Okay, cabin crew. Doors we've done. How do we get the passengers? Nice. I've never heard this thing recording before. But it's got door 0. It says jetway connected. Is that the noise we want? We've got 2.5 tons of fuel, so landing gear door was inoperable. Yes! Yes it was, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Found that out. Apparently, all my 125 passengers are still seated. Like everyone's getting. Only 15 people that have still got the seatbelts. I can put this up on the screen for you, but I'll make it. Oh, it only put some of it up on the screen. Yeah, I've got like this self-launching cargo or self-loading cargo has got 4 windows. Let me just see if they're all separate. Yeah, they are. All separate windows. Maybe I can tell it to load instead of a window. I wonder if I can have it load an exe file. I can't put it all on screen unless. Don't give up. Okay. Now let's try. I take off the window. Right, let's see what happens. Go to cabin management, flight information, door management, and so this is it's synchronized with simulator. Don't know why that says loading 3. This is the door that's open, but nobody's getting off the damn plane. It doesn't synchronize with GSX. I don't know how to do this. Oh, got the aircraft layout. So these are all my passengers, but there's no keyboard. Everything they bought on board. Can you get off my damn plane, please? It's supposed to be taken care of automatically, and I would assume that if this door was available to be opened, which it is open, that should be in green. Cabin crew are automatically managing services. Well, are they really? That's the last intercom message. And on the PA system, there's nothing for me to tell them. I can't communicate with the ground crew because they're just sitting there like putting their fingers, and I don't think the phone system. Oh, no voice command available in this one. Yeah, that doesn't
The
work.
number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please try again in version 1.7.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know how to deboard them, but we can do it via
The boarding requested.
but it will not do it down to, it won't do it in synchronicity with this, I don't, unless this is synchronized with the sim, so when the passengers leave it synchronizes with the sim and brings this down. I don't think so. Let me move this junk off the screen.
Passengers, the boarding sign.
Now the only way I can see the passengers getting off
Bye, thank you for a wonderful flight.
they're okay. So there's nobody leaving on the self-launching. Self-launching, self-loading, cargo, whatever you want to call it. Yep, so I don't know how to do it. It's supposed to be handled automatically, but it certainly... If I don't synchronize it with the sim, can I just not do it all manually? Anyway, I'm going to quit out of self-launching, self-loading cargo. I'm never going to get used to that now, am I? I'm going to be self-launching for the rest of its life. See you guys.
Bye, have a good one.
Ta-ta. Well, there you go. Flight over. Welcome to Orlando, Florida. We made it. 133 passengers. Really? Where do you get that from? There's 125 actually. Let's shut this thing off just for completion's sake.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's still people getting off the plane though. What do you power? That will disconnect the cable and stop it charging. That's the power button. I actually don't know how you switch the... Oh. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, there we go. So we made it into Orlando and we landed okay. I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, it seems nice. I can't, as I'm not a pilot, I can't personally tell a huge difference between this and the first one. There was definitely a couple of sounds that were different, and the flight dynamics when you're in the air and you want to roll and turn to another heading, that seems to be nice and smooth. And the landing, I was able to handle it okay. Felt a bit like I was going off course. I had to really fight to hold it on course for a little while, but nothing major. No. So yeah, the best plane just got better, basically. And there you have it. Okay guys, I thank you all for watching. I wish you well, and I will catch you on the next one. Until then, happy flying, racing, piloting, whatever it is you're doing. Bye for now. Oh, let me go into here first. See ya.